A week before the wedding, we found out that I was AS. Bearing in mind that Alaye is also AS.
Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hey guys. Hi guys. Hi guys.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachel Biogene Adesi. I'm a YouTuber shooting from Warri Delta State, Nigeria. And I'm using this pashmina because I was wearing a white shirt before and it was too bright. It wasn't working with the other light, and I didn't want to change, guys. I'm even tired of changing. I think I was going to go and buy one black shirt. I used to shoot all my videos. Everybody will be alright because it's not a fashion channel, right? So I'm going to be talking about 5 wedding disasters. 5 of my wedding disasters. Some happened during the wedding. Some happened before the wedding, during the planning. Some are obviously more disastrous than others. And some other people have way more disastrous disasters. Anyway, over to my wedding disaster. The first one was my wedding dress. Oh God, my wedding dress was a joke. Of course, not the one that you saw. That was the rescue and the savior of the day. So I'd given my wedding dress to the tailor like a month or 2. A month, more than a month, but not up to 2 months before my wedding. And the agreement was that I was going to collect it on the first week of May. My wedding was May 22nd. But somehow, she had a major family emergency that I totally understand on the first week of May. I think that same week or a week before I collected it. Or a week before I was supposed to collect it. And of course I understood she had to sort herself out and all of that. But I gave her a while, like 2 weeks into May, I'm like, oh, can you still do the dress? You don't really have to do it. I know that you don't want to disappoint me, but I can actually figure it out. It's better for me to figure it out now than that week I'll be hearing stories. She gave me assurances. I mean, Monday of the wedding, she still gave me assurances. And then Tuesday, I go for my testing. I went to my 3 friends, Onome, Messi, and Olaye. And we go there, and the dress was a disaster, guys. I can't wear that dress for anything in this world. Like, it's not even a dress I want to wear to a normal party, let alone my wedding. And one of the things that made it painful, I think my voice is too loud. One of the things that made it painful was that I insisted on the kind of dress that I wanted. It took me forever to finally say this is what I wanted. So after, it was a lot of mental work for me, having to get to that space of what will I wear for my wedding. Then I finally get to that space. I get it, and she came. She came highly recommended. Yeah. So I cannot even place a hand on what way. My dress was a disaster. It was so painful. When we got to the car, we left there. I cried. I cried because this was like the only thing I really wanted. I couldn't let anything else go. I didn't mind how anything else would turn out. But this was major for me, and then it didn't work. It was painful. Anyway, who saved the day was Onome. Onome said, I might like her sister's dress. It's not what I did not want. And the truth is, almost everything that was in a rental shop then and now is something I don't want. I didn't like the conventional wedding dresses that we had. I didn't want a mermaid dress. I didn't want a ball dress. I especially did not want a big bogus dress that had to wear a basket. So we knew at that point that renting was not even going to be an option. In my head, I was just going to go to a tailor or get a white 3/4 dress. That was the worst case scenario for me because I can't stand thinking of jumping from one rental shop to another on Tuesday. And I was supposed to travel on Wednesday for the traditional wedding. Anyway, Onome called her sister, and her sister said, yeah, we'll come and check the dress. We went home and it was almost my size. I think it just did a bit fitting on it. And so that's how I got the wedding dress that I wore. It's not my first choice. I don't love it, but it was a great dress except the purpose. I mean, it was either that or I wore something that I actually hated. So advice: if your tailor does not come through on the day that you agree, cancel. Like, don't let her or him convince you that don't worry, I'll do it. Don't. I'm serious. For your own sake, don't. In fact, for their sake, help them. Say don't worry. As in, tell them, because that's what I told my tailor, that we're going to collect this dress so date. I said, yeah, that's fine. And I gave her like a month notice before, the day that I was supposed to collect it. And if I really talk about the integrities of how, because I knew this dress was going to go bad way before that Tuesday. Actually, I knew it was going to go bad, but I didn't make any proactive measures. What you can do is have a standby tailor, not like standby, have a second choice, and then with 1 month before your wedding, agree on a month or collect your dress a month before your wedding. If a month before your wedding it is not ready, move, go to another person, tell them to refund your money. You're not doing it. Anyway, moving on. Second thing that happened on my wedding day, that one happened on my wedding day. Guys, I forgot my vows. I was supposed to read from my phone. No, I wrote it down a while ago, but somehow with the whole process, I didn't have time to go back to read it. So when I now picked up my phone to be reading my vows on my phone, what I was reading was sound like a ransom note. It was so rubbish. Okay, so let me drop my phone and wing it. Guy, I don't know how those Hollywood people used to do it, but winging did not work. Winging was a colossal failure. Colossal. The show was a failure, guys. Like, what? I don't even want to remember it. My vows were just, no, it was embarrassing, guys. It was terrible. It was terrible. I advise that you just, I wrote my own months before, but consciously look at it a day before the wedding. I didn't do that, guys. I didn't do that. So put out a reminder or something to look at your wedding vows. That's if you want to say wedding vows and stuff. And yeah, guys, but my wedding vow was terrible. I feel like crying. The third thing, well, it's not much of a disaster. I really anyway, we ran out of spoons during the wedding. I think that happens for almost every wedding, right? We ran out of spoons, and my wedding was in the secluded area, and it was in the evening, so having to get spoon was very difficult. So it slowed down the sharing of food. Some people had to wait, but they started that. I don't know how I started that today. I really don't care. I really did not care, actually, but that was like something that could have gone bad, but it didn't. Thank God. It was even already going bad. I think there was some rackets outside, but like I said, I don't care. I did not care to find out. I cannot kill myself, and there's some things that you should also. In fact, the next thing I'm going to say would explain why I just like, everyone should just get out. Not like get out, but. So just before my wedding, like an hour before the wedding, I received a call that spoiled my mood. Like, it threw me up. I was so pissed, and I felt alone. I felt alone. There was any pressure from trying to meet up with time, do this, do that, and then I received that call. I was so angry, guys. I'll probably put a video.
You love you. Oh, don't worry, don't call your father. Go carry me stress. Oh yeah, stop it now. Don't cry, you.
And then I heard an underground gist, that also happened, that made me realize that this was not a necessary pressure at. Oh God, after thinking about it now, I even want to cry again. Like, it wasn't necessary. Know your triggers. If you know calls that will possibly upset you, try and avoid them. You might not know all of them, but just try, because it ruined like the first 1 hour of my wedding. If you can avoid triggers like that from anybody, I don't care who they are, avoid it, because at the end of the day, it's your wedding. It's your only wedding. So now when I remember my wedding day, I always remember that day. Imagine me talking about this video 2 months after, remembering this call, and I'm feeling actually like, nah, that wasn't, no. That's like number what now? Yeah, number 4. The final thing, guys, my God, Holy Ghost. So a week before the wedding, our result, premarital counseling, health result came out. We're supposed to have done it way before, but something delayed and we couldn't do it. I can't remember now. And my result came out, and we found out that I was AS. Bearing in mind that Alaye is also AS. Bikili, Arubo Jegbisi. That new song. I've been AA all my life, guys. Like, AA all my life. I've done about 4 genotype tests. When I got into Federal Government College, Lagos, when I got into Delta State University, when I got into Nigeria Law School, Kano, when I was going for my NYC, I did genotype tests. I always did them. I was AA. According to what my parents told us, my dad and mom are AA. My younger sister is AA. My elder sister is AA. So how did I become AS all of a sudden? Like, that was the first thing that I'm like, God, it was off balance, guys. And these guys were like, their test is standard, is this one, they can't make mistake. I'm like, this one made mistake, because is the devil trying to play with me? What kind of rubbish? Like, how do I just become AS? Do you get? So we said, okay, no problem. They told us to come back, that they will do it again, but they're so sure that the result will still be AS. I went to give them my sample the next day. Then we also went to another test to give them my sample. But in between, we had to have a hard conversation. What if, let's not argue on how it happened. What if it comes out and I'm actually AS, you are AS? This wedding is next week. Apart from the physical wedding, we are already in a place where we're actually building our lives together. What are we going to do? Or more, it was major. Like for the first 1 hour, we were probably like, hey God. We shall went to read. We read a lot. Like I read a lot. And I knew that my friend Olaya, who is AS, had told me earlier this year or last year about something that AS can do to have children that are not AS. And it's not the one where you get to check the gender of the fetus and then abort it if it's AS. That's not the one, because that was not a very clean option for us. So we started to read, and then I found out about pre-implantation something. Pre-implantation genetic testing, PGT. I think I even found it on the website of Bridge Clinic at Ikeja. So in fact, that was one of the joys I had, that okay, they are in Nigeria, they're in Lagos. Of course, it's not cheap. It's not a cheap procedure, but it was a welcome idea. It was either that or we had to cancel the wedding. So in the most lamest term I can explain, because that's how I understand it. Pre-implantation genetic testing, PGT. There are different types actually. I read wide, but this is just like a summary. Is a situation where the genetic composition of a fetus that was fertilized through in vitro fertilization, that's IVF. So what happens is that they'll take the sperm of the woman, the egg of the woman, the sperm of the man, and then fertilize it outside of course the body. So that's like IVF. That's what they do for IVF. But with this, after they've done that in fertilization, or before they do it actually, they take out the cells responsible for sickle cell. Or after they do it, there's a way they shall do it, but the point is they do everything outside of your body, and then they inject you with the fetus that does not carry the sickle cell anemia. Yeah, so that's it. So it's not I'm sure it's not a very cheap procedure, because IVF on its own is not cheap. So adding something to IVF, it's not also cheap. But that was like a very good option for us. We knew that, okay, all we had to do was probably just prepare financially for it. Maybe the first years of our marriage would take time to prepare for it while we're doing other things. I mean, it's not like we wanted to have kids immediately anyway. So we'll do that preparation while that's what we're going to do. Or quickly, if you are in that place and you think it's something you'll be able to afford, then you should do it. But you have to be disciplined though. Don't go and now carry belly by mistake and say, we will run, I'm God. Please don't bring God into this. God told you before. Yeah? But I think it's like an encouragement for people who are AS and are considering. Please have money in the bank for these things. It's not cheap, like I said before. You should also think about, because one of the things that I was bad about was my body. IVF, the process is really very draining. Taking sperm, taking egg, injecting it back to you. First of all, that one becoming a fetus, injecting it back to you, all of that. So it kept asking me if I was sure I wanted to go through it. I'm like, since that we don't marry, do you want us not to marry? Anyway, by Friday, the results came out. The result for the second clinic or lab came out first, and it was AA, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Anyway, let's wait for these guys. Only for them to call us, and they said that, they didn't even have to do the test again. They went to check their record book, their manual handwritten record book, and they saw that I was actually AA. So the problem happened when they're trying to transfer it to their computer, so it was a human error. I was too relieved. No, it wasn't even relieved. I was angry, but not that kind of, why, how dare you? They were apologizing, really. They really, really apologized. And I'm like, people should just get that, I beg. Just get out of here. Rubbish. No, I didn't say that. I said that in my mind. She was very apologetic. I'm like, no, it's fine, no problem. But I was too in a place of, God, what kind of rough place is this to be angry? I was glad that was sorted. I was glad that was out of there. That's like all the wedding disaster that I can remember, I think happened. And I'm grateful to God that, these were the worst things that happened. It could have gone worse. it didn't happen. So I'd like to hear from you. If you're married or if you know someone that's married, what are the wedding disasters that you know, real life wedding disaster? I'd like to hear in the comment section. And yeah, thank you for coming, thank you for watching. We're still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of September. Guys, we can do this, I know that we can. Yeah. Thank you for engaging all my videos. Today's like day 4 of the 2 weeks marathon. Yeah, day 4 of the 2 weeks marathon, and I'm enjoying it. Though I'm tired because, of course, work. I shoot mostly at night. This is past 11, and yeah. So, guys, thank you very much. Bye.